Yo, what's up? What's up? It's Coach Nick Money in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, indelibles from all over the world.
Yay.
I got my compatriot here, the indelible one.
DBL Nick's in the house, also known as the Rainmaker.
Yeah, baby, and of course it's not a party unless you bring along the bushy-tailed stonk queen herself, the one, the only, we call her the Serengeti specialist. Yes, of course, it is DBL Bombs.
Hey!
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so let's get right into this. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe. And would you kindly do what this young man says, por favor?
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share.
Because sharing is caring, doubles. Sharing is caring. And would you consider subscribing to our Twitter X account at Coach Nick Money?
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money. And of course, you could also follow us on Twitch at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money. And of course, we are not financial advisors or stock advisors. This is not stock or financial advice. Do your own due diligence, please. And of course, this is just a show.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Hey!
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So we're looking at IMNN, folks. It's currently up 248%. So guess who called it for their Discord? Guess who called it for their Discord yesterday in After Hours?
We gave it to you.
We gave it to them. We gave it to them. Oh, James, sorry that you missed IMNN, but you know what? There's always another one. Another one. So far, we got 260% on IMNN. Let's talk about what's going on. They're supposed to be having some kind of a symposium, if you will, later today. So you got a situation going on, probably a situation of buy the rumor, sell the news. But so far, they've been buying that rumor. They're buying it. They've been buying it, yeah. We also did a video. Did we do a video on that?
Yep, we sure did.
We did a video on it in the YouTube channel, the Serengeti Specialist, the one, the only, the bushy-tail Serengeti Specialist, the stunk queen herself, DBL Moms.
Hey!
She's the one that did the video yesterday on YouTube, so hopefully you caught the YouTube video. Yeah. So if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, you might want to consider doing that. All right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to have a live stream on social media platforms, and then right after that, we're going to take it to our Discord channel where we get a little bit more serious. This is more fun. Not that we don't really get into it here, because we do get into it, but we get a little bit more serious and in-depth and talk about how we would enter the stocks, how we would exit the stocks, how we find the stocks, a whole bunch of stuff, the indicators that we use, the tools that we use, stuff like that in the Discord. So we invite you to join us in our Discord after we're done with YouTube. There's a link in the description and in the pinned comment to do a 5-day trial. It costs you $1, which is nothing. It's nothing, I tell you, nothing. And you can check out the live stream and check out the Discord. It's banging!
Yeesh.
Because we call a lot of bangers a lot of times. We are always early to the party, doubles. Yes? Yeesh. Yeesh. And like I like to say, the early bird gets, the heck with the worm, gets the cashola. The money, the big bucks. Okay, IMNN is still pulling upwards and looking to test the high of $4.77. We will keep an eye on it. Let's go ahead and get the graffiti pencil out right over here. We have a request for Mira, so we'll take a look at Mira as IMNN pulls back somewhat, but I think it's going to push, so we might have to jump back to it pretty quickly. But let's take a look at it. Mira. Mr. Babs wants Mira, so let's take a look at Mira, and let's clear out some of the drawings over here on Mira. Let's clear it out. Boom, boom. Let's zoom in, and it is curling. But the volume on it is very, very light at 6,000 shares on the last 5-minute candle. So it needs volume. It has broken VWAP, and that's good. And it has been breaking a downtrend. Here is your downtrend right over here. So it broke the downtrend. So that is a good sign, but it needs a heck of a lot more volume than that. That is Mira. Mira on the wall. Let's go back to IMNN. IMNN is forming a double top with those tails. We don't like those top tails doubles.
You like the bottom tail.
Bottom tails. It's super extended. Folks, if you're enjoying the show, would you consider sharing the stream?
Sharing is caring.
You don't have to do it, but if you do it, my little boy, my little tiny boy, DBL Nix would be so kindly appreciative. He'd be so happy. Do it for the boy. And if not, do it for the bushy tails Serengeti stock queen herself, the one, the only, DBL Moms.
Hey!
There you have it, folks. It's not a party without DBL Moms. Watch that chuncleta, DBL Moms. Watch it. Watch it. You better simmer down, you little troublemaker. It's time for some espresso ice before we get into this. Like, really, my pleasure, Mr. Babes. We really get into this, Doubles. Ooh, that was good. All right, let's get into this. So there's a couple other tickers that we were looking at. I would say IMNN is very, very extended at this juncture, but it is quite appealing because it is the primary gainer today. It's the top gainer, but there were other tickers that have been moving. We will be periodically coming back to see what goes on with IMNN because I think it could potentially run a game, but we'll see. We'll see. But there was also JTAI that moved a little bit earlier, but it is moving quite choppy, Doubles, quite choppy. It broke a downtrend and then had all these episodes of pumping and dumping, pumping and dumping, pumping and dumping. So for me, I don't like roller coasters. So JTAI, or JTAI, that is. What have you done for me lately? I don't care that you went up so much. You're screwing up the longs and the shorts over here. So what's going on, man? What's going on? We can't be having that kind of stuff, you know? You gotta settle down. Settle down, and maybe we'll talk after that. CNSP came out with news. Let's take a look at that tickaroo. But it sold off pretty badly, right? So it pumped and it dumped, all right? But the story was that it had a very low float, 215,000 shares. You know I like those low floats, those thin floats. I love them. Volume, 13 million, right? And it came out with news that they expanded their pipeline with in-license of late-stage, novel, potential blood-brain barrier, permeable, biotaxane for treatment of brain malignancies. That was the news. And it pumped and it dumped. But right now it is below VWAP, and it's trying to curl back up, but it's not very trustworthy at this juncture. We'll get the graffiti pencil out and put a key level right where the VWAP is. The VWAP is at $1.44, $1.45. It needs to break it, and then there are some other key levels like right over here. Right over there and right over there. James Whitten has just subscribed to YouTube. Thank you, James. Appreciate that. Very cool. I got scared. It made a sound. Streamlab made that sound. It went ding, and I'm like, oh my God. It almost caused me to have a little heart attack. Holy moly. All right, so that's the story with CNSP. Like that. I'm going to go back to IMNN because the bushy tails Serengeti Queen is telling me that it's pumping, and maybe it will push, and maybe we'll get a nice, big, green, long, juicy candle extending. The candle, bro. The candle. The volume. See, look. It's long and big and juicy and green. But right now it is like a top tail. 1, 2, 3 top tails. And it looked like it was going to pull away, and now it's not pulling away. So we got significant resistance right at that 440 mark right over there. Let's go ahead and put a little ringy dingy over there. 440. Yeah, right there. That's where the resistance is. We need to see it break that resistance. But right now, you got a bunch of top tails. If you look at it on the 1 minute doubles, 1 minute? That top tail over there don't look too healthy, but it is holding the 9. We want to see that 9 curl this way. If the 9 can curl this way, then it would be an indication that momentum is changing. However, we see a decrease in these candles on the 1 minute, so it might be pulling back. That's what it looks like. And you know what? This tickaroo has really ran quite a bit. I mean, bravo. Yeah. Golf clap. Golf clap for IMNN. Oh my goodness, oh my gracious. And we are probably getting close to when they're going to actually have their symposium and talk about the what is it, ovarian cancer treatment, blah, 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 something like that, right? Something like that. So a lot of times you got situations where you have buy the rumor, which the rumor started yesterday, and sell the news. So maybe we see a pullback. Who knows? But this looks kind of bearish. It looks like it's pulling back. I mean, I guess you could say there's a top on this wick, a top on that wick, and it certainly looks like it's pulling downward. We need to see it pop up above the 9 over here. That would make it look better. Let's see what it looks like on the 5-minute doubles.
5 minutes.
We're looking at the 5 minutes. Let's go take a checkaroo on it. And you got still a bunch of top tails, We need to see a tail start moving upward, and we still have several minutes before the next 5-minute tail. So we'll come back to you. You kind of like gave us a false sense of security that you were turning around, and then you kind of lost momentum. So for now, you know what I mean? I'm not going to say I'm done with you, IMNN, but you better start behaving a lot nicer than you're behaving, because you're hurting my feelings, and the intelligible pride out there is not going to accept this. You understand what I'm saying, IMNN? All right, let's go to another ticker. Let's go to ENVB. This is another ticker that had been moving earlier, but we can see that it has been selling off quite dramatically. So we have a little bit of a graffiti pencil situation over here. Let's go ahead and get the graffiti pencil, and it needs to clearly break this downtrend. And of course, we've got VWAP on the purple line. Let's go ahead and change the graffiti pencil and indicate where VWAP is. So you got significant resistance at around 67 cents. And what's the story? It's under $1, 16% up at this juncture. The float's 7 million, not horrible, but the volume is only 15 million. So it's only 2x the float. I don't like only 2x the float. I need more. I demand more for my indelible pride. We also don't have any news on it, so that's another thing. But anyhow, and that might explain why there's not that much volume on it. Okay, ISPO ran yesterday, doubles.
Yes.
It ran yesterday, and you could see it was trending up, but it broke the trend, and it broke its neck over here. Right over here. It fallen, and it couldn't get up, and now it's trying to break above VWAP, which is right around $6.50. Graffiti pencil activated, and it is trying to make that support, but we need more volume. Doubles vitamin V. Right now, this candle, this 5-minute candle, only has 9,500. 100. It only has that much, 100 shares being traded. Mr. Babs, that stock is flying. Not sure which one he's talking about. Not sure, but let's go back to IMNN. Which stock are you talking about? Let's see what he says, because I'm not sure what he's talking about. But back to IMNN, we are almost up to the next 5-minute candle. Next 5-minute candle looks like it's going red. The previous candle was a doji, so it is an indication of a reversal in momentum, and it is in fact starting to pull back. And we thought that it looked bearish on the 1-minute doubles, and it looks like it's pulling back, and it's now pulling back to the 20 EMA, which is right over here, and we have a graffiti pencil activated right there. Will it hold at the 20? It's trying to form a bottom tail, but that bottom tail is red. We don't like red ones, doubles. We like the green ones. So show me some love and give me a green candle. Otherwise, I'm just going to go and check out another ticker, because I can't waste my time with this nonsense. All right, we got a green tail. Now we need some volume, doubles. We need volume. We're looking at the 1-minute chart, and there is 477,000 shares, and it's trying to create a bottom tail green. There are a bunch of top wicks over here, so we could see a lot of resistance at 440, and it could potentially create a top, triple top, or if momentum comes in, we could have a squeezy, nice and easy, baby, because maybe the shorts might be thinking that they're going to short the ticker at that level. But again, a lot of it is going to depend on what the volume is, and right now there is not a lot of volume on this ticker, so it's kind of risky. You're kind of risky, yo. You're kind of risky. All right, this is getting kind of boring. Let's see if we can find another ticker. Time for another ticker. What else we got? Stonk Queen. What else we got? DFLI is another ticker that showed up on the scanner, it is trending upward. We can get the graffiti pencil out and draw a trend line, but you could see that it is moving on very light volume just by looking at the nature of the candles. If you look at the candles, they look like they are barcoding. Mr. Babe says IMNN. Yeah, man, IMNN was off the hook. Off the hook, and I was so glad to get the video out on it yesterday to the greater indelible pride in YouTube. Yeah, so if you're not subscribed to YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, give some thumbs ups, and do what this guy says right here.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded, and remember to share.
Because sharing is caring, folks. You don't have to, but if you do, that would be super, because it'll help the stream grow and it'll help us to put more content out, like the video that we put out yesterday about IMNN before it ran 270% this morning. Yeah. Who did that? We did. Yeah, baby. Flexing double bicep arms. Yeah. Schwarzenegger style. Don't make me do the Hulk, a maniac thing. Or, no, what's the other one? The green guy. That's what I meant. The Hulk. Oh, yeah, he's just the Hulk, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. That's who I'm talking about. Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah, for a second I thought when you said long, juicy green candle, I'm like, hey, yo, you leave the Hulk out of this.
Oh. I see how you did that. Yo, that's almost like a dad joke, bro. I'm just saying. Let's go back to IMNN. And again, we're expecting that there's going to be probably a sell-off when the news comes out, Doubles. We're expecting that. You know, because that's like very common. Not financial advice, not stock advice, not stock advice. I'm not a financial or stock advisor. I'm just handsome. And I did a double arm flex a few minutes ago. Yeah. You got to get on the front end of these things, Doubles. You got to catch them when they're hot and drop them when they're not. Yeah. James says, really hope we have more runners than yesterday. There was quite a few in the late part of the day. We actually called 8 100% runners yesterday in the Discord, James. But the morning was slow. It was like watching wet paint, so I'm with you on that. Yeah, it was like not very motivating in the morning, right, Doubles? Not very motivating in the morning, but later in the day there were a lot of stonks that ran. Yeah, about 8 of them, right, DBO moms? Yeah, what do we have? You have the ones from yesterday? Well, yeah, show me what we had yesterday. What do we have? DBO moms, what do we have? All right, hold on. We'll talk about it. Let's talk about this. All right, show me the list right there. Show more right there. Show more. We had lipo 271%. AIU later in the day, 250%. TWOU, 197% later in the day. YIBO, Chinese stock, little pumperoonie in the morning, and then a dumperoonie in the later day, 162%. NLSP, 102%. That was later in the day. NIPG popped up early in the morning and really started moving in the late afternoon. NIPG, 102%. ISPO, 102%. And of course, we had the stonk. IMNN yesterday run 150%. And then this morning it ran 270%, but now it has clearly formed on the 1 minute chart, Doubles, a double top. We could go to 5 minute. 5 minute, and you could even say that the 5 minute is giving us a quadruple top, if you will. So the pullback is for real right now, for real. It does, I believe, have a shelf registration. I believe it does. So that's always a potential risk when they got those things. You know what I mean, Doubles? Yeah, especially when they run hard. Yeah, but anyway, we'll keep a close eye on it. Nathan, ready for LIFT, AWF. AWF. Is that a ticker? LIFT? Yeah, it is a ticker, right? Yeah, no. Maybe I'm misreading it. Maybe I'm misreading that. All right, let's go back to...
Babs asked, what's going on with CREV and SOAR?
Which one?
Charlie Romeo Echo Victor.
That ticker's from about a week ago or so, a couple of days, last week, when it had the news that it was doing some stuff with the Corvettes, the Chevrolet Corvettes, But since then, it has been going down, low volume. It is consolidating, so we'll get the graffiti pencil out. That's, consolidation is better than going downtown, better than going down. But it needs a lot of volume. This is the 5 minute. Look at what, now let me show you what it looks like with a 1 minute.
1 minute?
No, 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 no. That's CREV. No, 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 no. No volume, no volume, no volume. What was the other one?
The other one is Sierra, Oscar,
Oscar?
Alpha Romeo.
Soar.
Yes.
And that one too is trending downward. No volume, no volume. Nobody's showing it love right now. It needs volume, and it needs to break this downtrend, and it needs to get above the VWAP. The VWAP, yeah, that's what's up. That's what needs to go down. All right, do we have any new stocks that might be moving? Let's see. We do have a stock that has some fresh news. Let's go check it out. PCSA,
Yes.
and it is moving upward. It's currently up 31%. The news is that Processa Pharmaceuticals announces an FDA clearance of IND application for a phase 2 clinical trial of NGC cap in breast cancer. Breast cancer up 34%. Float low 2.4%. Volume low. The news just came out. Makes sense. 229,000 shares. So it seems to be trying to move. We have some key levels already drawn. So obviously we've seen this stock before. We've seen it before. This is the 1 minute chart. Doubles. We're going to the 5 minute. And we got resistance at 250. Will it break it? Yeah, it broke it, but it's giving me a top tail on the 5 minutes. So you got a bunch of resistance levels coming up soon, doubles, coming up soon. And I want to get a little bit of an alert over here for this right over here. No. Right there, that's like important, but only if the price action moves up there. If it don't move up there, not so important. So now we got a top tail on the 5 minute doubles.
5 minutes.
Volume has now almost doubled. It was 250,000 just a couple of seconds ago. Now it is almost 430,000. So we got some movement in volume. PCSA is now up 50%. It broke the 250 mark. Oh, did we just come up with another runner? Oh, another bagger because we are experts at bangernomics.
Yes.
Yeah. Where'd you get your degree at?
PhD in Big Bang College, also known as Big Bang University, BBC.
Yeah. And I got my degree in bangernomics at BangU University. BUU, BangU University. That's where I got my degree. Okay, this ticker hit a high of $2.70, which was a little bit over 50%. Vitamin, that's what makes Mr. Babs, yeah, vitamin V, and if it wants a little bit of D, I mean, who am I to say no? It's up to them, It's up to them. Why not? Why not? All right, let's get rid of some of these old drawings because there's like too much going on this thing over here. Let's clear it out. All right, we're going to clear out the drawings. Go ahead and do that. We know that 270 is a key resistance area, which is the high of the day. So let's go ahead and put it right there. It looks like it's going to challenge that high of the day. It's pushing. It's punching and punching. Pumping and pumping? Pumping and pumping. Man, I need my espresso. Folks, I need the espresso. Hold on. Please hold. Okay, we got 58% right now. We got 62% right now. 62% right now. 63% losing a little bit of juice. Again, the news is that they announced an FDA clearance of an IND application for a phase 2 clinical trial of NGC cap in breast cancer. Breast cancer. Boo. The crowd boos that. Boo, breast cancer. Volume 1.26 million. So when we first caught the stonkaroo, it was 250,000 shares. Now it's already 1.5 million. Volume float only 2.49, and it toyed with the $3 level. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of a graffiti pencil right over here at $2.98. $2.98. We had what? 68% was the high. DBL noms?
It was 69%.
69, 70%, 69%. I didn't say it, DBL. Mom said it. Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. All right, so we got 70% on this ticker as the high on that news. Let's go take a look at what's happening with IMNN, which probably has lost. People have lost attention to it because now you've got the new kid on the block, PCSA, and in fact, it has been pulling downward. Now, it needs to get above 370, and then you got another key level at 397, and another level at around 440. We will come back to you, IMNN. Yes, you ran 270% this morning. Yes, you ran 150% yesterday after we called it in the Discord. Yeah, it ran after we called it. Yeah. And yes, we did a video on it yesterday. And yes, I'm flexing because, yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? But what have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately?
Get your act together because now I got a new ticker that I'm checking out. PCSA. But of course, I am dedicated to the one, the only, the Stonk Queen herself, DBL Moms. Hey. Yeah. Ooh. All right, so we got that top tail. We have a pullback of approximately 9%, so it needs to kind of like regulate itself at this point. It ran straight up, and this is the 5-minute chart, so that's super duper extended, and it's understandable that it's pulling back. Let's take a look at it on 1 minute doubles. We're looking at it on the 1 minute. Let's zoom in. Let's go ahead and pull it over here. And we want to see it hold this level right here, which was a previous significant resistance area, and it's not holding. So it's going down to VWAP. Let's go ahead and put another graffiti pencil line right there. Are you going to, at the very least, hold VWAP? Can you hold VWAP? If you can't hold VWAP, I'm going to be losing interest really quickly, very quickly. You know what I mean? All right. It's pumping. It's pumping. This is a 1 minute chart. 1 minute chart. We need to see it over 270. It's pushing. It's pushing. Will it give us an ABCD? That's what the question is. Doesn't have a tremendous amount of volume, but it is pushing. It's pushing. So we got A to B, B to C. Now, does it double top or does it give us an ABCD pattern and shoot out? Resistance is significant at that $2.98, $3 mark. If it breaks that level, we could have a squeezy.
Nice and easy.
Nice and easy. It needs a little bit more volume. Let's take a look at it on the 5-minute doubles.
5 minute.
Let's see what's going on in 5 minutes. Let's zoom in. Zoom. In the room. It's pushing. It's pushing. We got a new high, doubles. We got a new high, folks. We got a new high now. Up. False breakout. Wah, wah, wah. Look at that. What a bull trap. Baloney. Come on, recapture that candlestick. Recapture it. How high did it shoot up?
I think it shot up 77%. Barely caught it.
It was up. It was up 77%, and then it did this. It needs more volume. All right, volume is now 3.38 million. So, I mean, that's a lot more volume than when we first caught it. It was at 250,000 volume. But now it needs to really reclaim this. It's struggling, breaking the $3 mark. But this could entice shorts to come in. And if volume does come in, the shorts could be found being short. Out of luck. Short out of luck. So we're watching. We're going to see. This is a battleground over here. It is definitely a battleground. This does not look good. This looks like it's a bearish pattern at this point. So let's get rid of the drawing over here. These white lines, let's get rid of them because it did not give us the ABCD that we were hoping for. We have this disgusting big red top tail, which is the prevailing issue of the situation right here. So you could say that maybe you got a shoulder here and a head here and a shoulder there, and that would be bearish. But let's see if it can hold this level where VWAP is, and maybe it can turn around and it's just consolidation. But overall, this candle right here is disturbing. It's a disturbing candle. So what I would want to see is a break of 305 because this doji red is kind of nasty. Yay. Just made $5 off it before the failed ABC. Yeah, I know that was like disappointing. It's it's still holding out though, but it just doesn't have the volume right now. This is the 1 minute candle, and you're looking at 16,000 shares, and obviously there's not a lot of liquidity, so a lot of this must be coming from the market makers because they are creating the liquidity. So you know what? For now, We're going to go check out something else. Let's go and see if GTAI ever straightened itself out. And it's just consolidating. So we'll get a graffiti pencil out, and it is in a channel, doubles. It's in a channel right over here, right around there. Right there, so it's channeling, not particularly interesting at this point. It is below VWAP. Let's get the other graffiti pencil out, and VWAP is roughly right around here, so we need to see it definitely break VWAP, which is around 50 cents, and we need volume, and we need to see it get out of this channel. That's what we need to see happen. Folks, if you don't mind, I know I ask every now and then for y'all to share the stream, so I'm going to ask again. Please share the stream.
Share the stream.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Do it for the baby doubles. Little baby doubles right over here. You're so
Just a
cute.
baby.
You're just a baby. He's just a baby. Do it for him. Do it for him. Why not? Oh. Hey. Oh. Do it for him. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, CNSP. Let's see what's going on with that. It was kind of disappointing. CNSP. Yeah, so, yeah, you see it ran up and then it dumped. So what it needs to do, graffiti pencil activated, it needs to break this downtrend right over here. Otherwise, you are no longer schmexy. And, of course, what we like to say is, what have you done for me lately? And VWAP seems to be dragging down as the price action seems to be dragging down. And, of course, it's barcoding. So, you had news, you pumped, and you dumped. So, not particularly schmexy at this juncture. All right, IMNN. This was the tickaroo that started running last night. It ran up 150 some odd percent in after hours. It is still kind of trying to make its way back up to this trend line, but it has dropped significantly. So I would have to say, doubles, on the 1 minute, you don't look terribly well. You are still above VWAP, but you have pulled back too much for my liking. Let's see what you look like on the 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Let's see. What do we got here on the 5 minute? On the 5 minute, we still have this head and shoulders type of a situation over here. So this could be a shoulder right here, a shoulder right there, and a head right there. So that would be bearish. We would need to see it reclaim 370 and 398.4, right, to start becoming much more attractive. That's what I would like to see. So right now, IMNN, TIVC got some movement yesterday. There was a lot of chatter on social media, and it's curling. It's curling right now. TIVC is currently up 20% on a continuation. And again, the chatter was on social media. I don't believe there was any news on it. The float wasn't too bad at approximately 6 million, but it was moving on low volume, and today it's moving on low volume again as a continuation. 3 million shares, not my cup of tea because it's too risky because it doesn't have a lot of volume, but it is up 23%. So we can say that it broke this downtrend from yesterday and currently is trending upward on very light volume. Very light volume. Yeah. So that's what it looks like on the 5 minute. And we go 1 minute like that, go 1 minute like that, and you can see that it is actually barcoding. So there is a lot of activity coming from the market makers for lack of liquidity. But it is up 25% right now, and it is trending upward. Not my cup of tea, but we'll put you on a side chart.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on you. See what you're doing. If you start bringing in some volume, a little bit of vitamin V and a little bit of vitamin D for demand, we'll come back and check you out. You know what I mean? Like that, right? Doubles. Like that. Like that. Let's go back to PCSA, see what's going on with PCSA. TIVC is moving up, though, but very slow. All right, so PCSA. PCSA. Yeah, okay. It looks really disgusting. It looks very disgusting. So what it looks like is we got a shoulder over here, right there. We got another shoulder right over there. We got a cabeza right over there, which means head in Espanol, right? So it's a head and shoulders, and that's not good because it's going to probably do that, and that's what it's doing. So PCSA, what have you done for me lately? James wants to know about IMNN. IMNN running on the rumor that they're going to be having a symposium today about their treatment on, I think, ovarian cancer or something like that. So that was the story that popped up yesterday and made it run parabolic in after hours, 150%, and then in pre-market today ran 270%. And of course, we did a video on it for y'all folks yesterday before the 270% run this morning. But right now, as we get closer to when they're going to have their symposium, or maybe they had their symposium, I don't know, it has broken the upward trend line, and that is problematic. We have potentially a head over here, a shoulder over here, and another shoulder over here, and that would be a bearish pattern. We would need to see it start reclaiming these key levels. So roughly 350, 370, $4, and the top resistance, which is the significant resistance, would be 440. So if we can see a curling off of VWAP, this becomes attractive again. But right now it looks like a potential head and shoulders on the 1 minute. If we go to the 5 minute doubles,
5 minute,
we have confluence, because you can see more clearly that it is a head, shoulder, head and shoulders, and it did break the trend line over here. So let's get rid of that trend line so it's not confusing the situation. That one and that one, right? So we got the head and 2 shoulders. We don't like that. I need to see you above VWAP. I need to see the 9 EMA start turning this way, up, up, up. Otherwise, it's a flusheroo, and it looks like it is pulling down, down, down. So that is a problem. You have support areas down here, but we want to see it bounce off of the VWAP. James says, glad I was listening while I traded PCSA. Excelente, my friend. The head and shoulders is why I'm happy, LOL. No need to worry about playing it then. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. I'm peeping what you're saying, my friend. Yeah, well, going back to that particular ticker, PCSA, yeah, it's still trending downward on the 5 minute doubles and on the 1 minute as well. Now it's trying to curl back up, but you could see that you had a whole host of bunch of red candles in the volume. You could see that the price action is starting to move towards oversold, but there's still plenty of room down here for it to sell off, and you could see that the candles are diminishing in size. So volume is dropping on this particular ticker as we speak, and even though it's curling up, you still see a diminishment of the size of the volume candles, and that is disconcerting, doubles. So, PCSA, what have you done for me lately? All right, let's see if we could find another ticker. How about ISPO? We haven't spoken about that in a hot minute. ISPO. It broke the uptrend. This stock was moving in after hours yesterday, and it broke the uptrend and now is in consolidation mode. We can get the graffiti pencil out. Let's go and get that graffiti pencil out and go ahead and draw it right here. We got consolidation right there. This is the 1 minute chart, folks. The 1 minute chart, indelible pride. I like to call y'all folks the indelible pride. Leave your mark, baby. Leave your mark. You can see that it is definitely a situation over here where you have barcoding, lack of liquidity. Another way of saying there's no volume. You need vitamin V for volume. So right now, ISPO, yeah, you ran last night in after hours, but what have you done for me lately? Can I check HLIT? I'm just curious. Give me some information on HLIT. Float's too big. Forget about it. It's over 100 million shares. No. Nope. All right, JTAI. Just doing that consolidation bid right there. Just consolidating. Very choppy. Struggling to break VWAP. Not particularly schmexy. Nathan wants to know about REBN. Let's go check out RBN. REBN, Reborn Coffee. Not a lot of volume. We're looking at the 1 minute doubles, the 1 minute, and there's just not a lot of volume on it, doubles. and it's below VWAP. So we got to get the graffiti pencil out. Don't make me do it. REBN, I'm doing it. Right over here is a significant area of resistance, the VWAP, $5.20, and you just don't have a lot of volume. Let's see what's going on with Reborn Coffee. It is a $5.07 stock. It's currently up 13%. The float is really low. I like that. A little bit over 1 million shares, but there's only 5,800 shares exchanging hands at the moment. So, not a lot of volume. What's the news? The news is that Reborn Coffee announces strategic joint venture with China's AI company, Penglile Data Store. I don't know how to pronounce that, but okay. Data to lead and develop master franchise in China, Hong Kong, and Macau. Okay, so that's the story with this particular company, but the volume's not in it. So we need some volume. And we'll draw some levels of resistance right there. Level of support right there. Level of support right there. Level of support right there. And resistance at VWAP. And, of course, resistance right there. And resistance right there, but without the volume. Reborn Coffee, you're not reborn yet, okay? You need some volume. You need volume to be interesting. Okay, we're going to go take a look at some other tickeroons right now. Let's go ahead and check out. Let's see, what else do we want to look at? Let's take a look at, I want to try to find something fresh, something new, huh? Let's check out INVO. That was moving a little bit earlier. Let's see what's going on with it. Very low volume. It is above VWAP. It's a $1 stock. It's up 16%. The float's low. It's about 3.6 mil, but the volume is only 514,000. So that's very low for this particular size float. It needs more. It needs more, I tell you. And there's no news on it. So, INVO. Yeah, you're up 16%. Am I supposed to be impressed? I don't think so. Let's go back to the videotape. Let's go see what's going on with IMNN. James said, looks like the guy bought 750 shares and it pumped LOL on REBN. Could have sold them after, because at least 750 were sold shortly after. Okay. All right. I see what you're saying now. I sees what you're saying. All right, so we're looking at the 1 minute, and it looks like volume has diminished significantly on our good friend IMNN. And it looks still like we still have that bearish head and shoulders pattern. It is trying to break through VWAP. And if we zoom in, this teal colored line over here is an indicator for the 9 EMA. It's trying to curl upward, which is good. We want to see it curl upward, but we have resistance at around 350. We have resistance at around 370, and certainly we have resistance where the shoulder is 380, and then resistance at 4, right? So we need to see the continuation of this particular indicator curling upward and price action staying above VWAP. And currently we just don't have a lot of volume on it. So it's kind of a, okay. All right. You went up 270% earlier. Yeah. And of course we called it before that happened. I just want to point that out. Yeah. And yesterday you went up over 150% and after hours. And of course we called it. We called it.
We gave it to you.
Well, we didn't give it to them, but we gave it to the Discord. We gave it to the Discord. Okay. All right. But what have you done for the community lately? Ha! I'm just going to have to call on the prancing, bushy-tailed stonk queen to go out in the Serengeti and search for another stonk for our indelible pride. A stonk or a gazelle, but we prefer the stonks, right? So, DBL moms, you got anything for me? You got anything juicy? Anything moving? Anything worth watching? What are we looking at? Did we see anything? I don't see much. What is it?
JTAI moved, but we are.
But JTAI is like sloppy. I'll check it out again, but it was kind of sloppy. Yeah, JTAI is sloppy. It's struggling over VWAP. It doesn't have a lot of volume. It's very choppy. A lot of choppiness. I don't trust it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like the way you're looking. I need you to get volume. And get healthy. Yeah. All right, what else we got? ISPO. Let's go check that one out again. ISPO. Oh, wait a minute. James wants us to check Mirror on the wall. Let's go take a look at Mirror. Now, this ticker is an interesting ticker. It had some news about a week or two ago, and of course, we called it before it ran on that news. I remember running it, I don't know, it was definitely over 200%, if I remember correctly. Might have been 270, something like that. And it was about a 4 million float stock at the time, but now it's a 9 million float stock. They diluted since then. 9 million is not horrendous. However, there's no news right now, and the volume is not very high. It is currently up 17%. Float, as I said, 9 million. Volume, only 424,000 shares. It has broken a downtrend, and it is moving away from the VWAP on the 1 minute doubles, but it looks like it's forming a potential little baby double top, which would indicate a pullback. Oh, and as I say that, while hopping, it pulled back. All right, but here's the problem. It is being very lightly traded. It is barcoding, so your liquidity is not coming from regular folks. It's coming from the market makers who are stepping in to provide liquidity, and as a result, you have barcoding and shoppiness. I don't think that this would be a ticker that I would be enamored with right at the moment.
No.
Not now.
No.
It is a clear situation of what have you done for me? Lately, folks. I'm going to have some espresso ice because I'm parched at this moment. So bear with me. Café cubano.
Café Bustelo.
Café Bustelo.
Yes.
What do you usually say?
It's Tierra Cubana.
Tierra Cubana, Café Bustelo. Call me. Yo, sponsorship.
Yep.
Yo, dinero. Mucho dinero for the Tierra Cubana. Hey, do it for DBL, the little child. Do it for the bushy-tailed one and only stunt queen herself, the Serengeti specialist, the one, the only, DBL Moms.
Hey.
There you have it, folks. There you have it. Okay, so that's the story with MIRA. Folks, we will be streaming on our private Discord after the show on the social media platforms, and of course we go more in depth on these particular tickers and others, and we discuss our strategies for entering and exiting, as well as going over the various indicators that we're watching to help us determine what we're going to do when we do trade, and of course how we find these runners, which ones we find schmexy and which ones we find not schmexy. So we invite you to join us into the Discord after we're done. We're still going to be streaming for a while now on social media, but there is a link in the description for you to go ahead and sign up for a trial, $1, 5-day trial in the Discord. I think you might want to try it. So the link is in the description and in the pinned comment. So go ahead and check it out. Yeah. All right. So that's what's going on. Mirror on the wall. I'm getting kind of bored. I'm kind of getting bored with mirror on the wall because it's not really moving quite, I don't know, not so schmexy. So we're going to go back to IMNN. And we can see that it is trying to curl. It has, in fact, curled off of VWAP. That's a good sign. So let's zoom in a little bit. This is a 1 minute chart. Let's take a look at it on the 5 minute doubles.
5 minutes.
And it is, in fact, trying to curl doubles. It is curling on the 5 minute as well. It is obviously going to have resistance as it's breaking through these areas of indicators that you can see over here. So let's zoom in a little bit closer so we can take a closer peek. So right now on the 5 minute, it's trying to break out of the 13 EMA and 9 EMA, which are kind of like right next to each other. So that's what's going on. It is trying to curl. If it can curl up and break through those levels, then another key resistance area would be around $3.70. We can see that it is kind of in the middle of the road on the RSI on the 5 minute, but I'd like to take a look at the 1 minute because that's what I find more interesting when it comes to the RSI. And we could see again with that the price action is kind of smack in the middle of the RSI. So that's interesting. The volume candles are very low, so it needs a lot of volume because this is not enough to make it completely schmexy to me. You still have that prevailing head and shoulders pattern right over here, which is kind of looming. It's kind of like that low pressure system in the weather terms. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's a damper. It's a damper.
Oh. Absolutely.
The head and shoulders pattern over here. It's a damper. We don't like it. It's got a head and shoulders on the 1 minute. It's got a head and shoulders on the 5 minute. So you got confluence on the 5 minute
5 minutes.
and the 1 minute.
1 minute.
So you got to prove your love to me. You need to curl with authority. I mean, this is a 5 minute candle and you only have 88,000 shares. How dare you? How dare you try to tantalize me like that? I know better. If you don't have volume, you're not schmexy. Sorry, not sorry. It's you, not me. Just saying. I'm just saying, doubles. I'm just saying. ISPO. It's just consolidating. It's consolidating under VWAP, and it's making me sad because you're just consolidating under VWAP. So, I mean, listen, it's a continuation play, ISPO. It ran yesterday, ISPO. Didn't have any particular news, nothing particular. Right now, volume is very low, under 1 million shares. Float is not high. It's only 3.3 mil, but it's only up 22%. And it has pulled back, and it's consolidating, and it broke the uptrend. You need to do better than that, ISPO. Unless you do better, like that. PCSA, I mean, that was like, I don't know, am I doing that right? PCSA, I had to put PSCA. All right, let's try that again. PCSA. All right, so that one, it pumped. And it dumped, and we were looking at it on the 1 minute. So let's go back to the 1 minute. And there goes the dump, and it is actually breaking that downtrend, which is good. But it's still below VWAP. VWAP is around $2.54, doubles. So you really need to prove yourself because that's quite a flush after that head and shoulders pattern over there. So there's your head, there's your shoulders. This is the 1 minute. Let's see if there's some confluence on the 5 minute. Wow, I feel important because I use the $5 word, confluence. It just means that they're matching up, folks. That's all it means. The 1 minute and the 5 minute are matching up, and we can see that there is an irregular head and shoulders on the 5 minute. So the shoulder would be here, shoulder would be there, and the head would be there, and it is trying to come back up to VWAP, but it's not quite there on the 5 minute, and it fell quite a bit. PCSA, it does have a low float of 2.5 million. Volume is only 7 million. It had news of an FDA clearance of IND application for a phase 2 clinical trial of NGC cap in breast cancer, but after flushing like that, you almost broke your neck, PCSA. And I can't trust you right now. You need to really break some of these levels to become Shamexe again. Otherwise, what have you done for me? Lately. Same thing for JTAI. Same thing, doubles. Same thing. JTAI has been way too choppy. It is trending upward, so if I want to get the graffiti pencil, I could say potentially it's trending upward right here. But look at how choppy it is. Look at the choppiness. And lack of volume. This is a 5 minute chart. Let's go to the 1 minute chart. You can see the choppiness even more on the 1 minute doubles. And this candle right over here is showing us that there's only 26,000 shares traded. So, JTAI, you need volume, vitamin V. And if you wanted a little bit of D, I mean, I get it. I understand. A little demand. Why not? Doesn't make you a bad person. TIVC, folks. This is a tickaroony that did a little pumpy since yesterday. Social media folks have been chatting about it, so it's been quite choppy, but it did have a nice little run yesterday with that new, no news, just, social media, like their social media, they push it, and they pump it, they pump it. But right now it is at a key level at 83. And it's trying to hold, but it kind of broke its neck, so to speak, right? Look at this. Look at how down it went. So it needs to definitely break this downtrend. Not for me, not a ticker that I particularly like at this juncture. Not now. It's up about 17%. The float's low, 6 million, but the volume's only 12 million. So there's not a lot of volume. There's no news. It's been chatted up in social media, so that's usually the type of ticker that I would stay away from, because that's not real news. You know what I mean? That's just story time. Doubles, you want me to tell you a story? There were these 3 bears.
Oh boy.
And I don't know the rest of the story.
Yeah.
And does a bear take a... Never mind. some espresso ice for everyone. Cheers, salud.
Yes.
In the woods.
Yogi the bear. Hey, boo boo. What?
Does a bear blank in the woods?
Yeah.
Tell me if it does. Does a bear blank in the woods? Put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat, folks. Put it in the chat. All right. Anywho, ENVB, another ticker that had been moving earlier and then kind of like went blah, blah, blah like that. It's still going blah, blah, blah like that. We have a downtrend. It kind of tried to break the downtrend, but you could see that it's clearly barcoding. Not enough volume on ENVB. It had some news on the 25th, nothing recent. It announced preclinical results confirming potential of EB003 to be dosed orally. Hey now. Float, 7 million. Volume, 17 million. But as you can see, it is clearly barcoding. So, not schmexy. Wah, wah, wah. Not schmexy. IMNN is pumping and pumping. Hold on. Do we get a round two? Hold on, folks. Hold on here. All right. So we got the 9 EMA pointing upward. That's good. How's the volume candle doing, Doubles? Still very low volume on this tickeroo. So we had the prevailing head and shoulders pattern, and it's trying to push upward. Let's go to the 5-minute chart, Doubles. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Let's go check it out. We already have all the key levels drawn because we've been paying attention to this. So now let's go ahead and draw something over here. Let's go ahead and create a line over here. And this would be a line of the downtrend being broken. And maybe this could be, what, a descending wedge bull reversal?
Yes.
Could it be?
Maybe.
It needs vitamin V to prove me right. It needs some demand. It needs some volume. And certainly if it breaks that $4 mark right over there, that $4 mark right over there, it would become much more schmexy. I got to tell you, IMNN is probably the best show in town right now, and it's not really super sexy. You know, it's not, because it kind of like, overdone it. This is not financial advice, folks. I'm not giving you stock advice. I'm not a stock or financial advisor.
Yes.
This is just a show, Doubles.
Da, 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 da. Hey.
All right, you got to do your own due diligence, folks. And of course, this ticker does, I believe, have a shelf registration. And of course, this could be a situation where the rumor has been bought because they're having a symposium today, or they had a symposium today. I don't know what the story is. They're supposed to have some kind of news coming out regarding their breast cancer treatment, and it's supposed to happen today. I don't know if it happened already. I don't know, Doubles. I don't know.
Yes.
And a lot of times you see situations where you buy the rumor and you sell the news. So is that what's going to happen over here? I don't know. We'll see. It's still early. I'm sure that as we get closer to the bell, there's probably going to be some profit taking because the news came out last night in after hours.
Yes.
And I bet you some folks bought the ticker. They bought the ticker yesterday and held overnight. They're rolling the dice probably. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And maybe 9:30 comes around and they do some profit taking. Let's go to a longer time frame. Doubles. Let's go take a look at 20 days. Okay, not much to be garnered from the 20 days. Let's go to 180 days. All right, so we got some serious extension on 180 days. Let's go to the 1 year mark. 1 year mark. All righty. All righty, so the 1 year mark over here shows us that it had a high at $2. $2. Okay. All right. So that's the story with the 1 year chart. So that high was $2, $2 buckaroos. Let's go back to the 5-minute.
5 minutes.
And let's see what's going on. It's giving me a top tail. I don't like top tails, Doubles.
You like the bottom?
I want some bottom tails, baby. I need to see a $4 break. I need to see a 440 break, and all that price action from the daily chart was indicating a $2 mark, and the price action is well above that right now. So I could say we probably got blue skies if volume comes in, but again, we do have a situation where this could potentially be a buy the rumor and sell the news. Yeah, so we don't want to get stuck like that, Doubles. I don't like getting stuck. And as we get closer to 9:30 bell, I would suspect that, there'll be some profit taking. So maybe the price action pulls up. But right now, we still have that prevailing wind right here of a head and shoulders pattern and a descending wedge over here. So it's unclear, Doubles, what the ticker wants to do. If volume comes in, Doubles, we could see a squeezy.
Nice and easy.
Nice and easy. But if volume doesn't come in, you got that prevailing head and shoulders pattern, and that's not so nice. No. We got key levels of support down here, and we got key levels of resistance here, here, and here. So that would be at 370, around $4, $3.98, $4, and $4.40. So if we get volume and we start breaking these levels, we could see a squeezy, nice and easy. That's what we're hoping for. But if not, then not. Then not. Juan Montanez wants us to check out ENVB. Let's go check out ENVB. ENVB. And it is basically on a downtrend, folks. It is on a downtrend, and it is barcoding on the 5 minute. And if we go into the 1 minute, you could see the barcode even more significantly. So this is not interesting at all. ENVB. They had some news on the 25th, nothing recent. Float 7 million, volume 17 million. Not schmexy, Doubles, not schmexy. Not schmexy. Not schmexy at all, actually, folks. Not schmexy at all. All right, so we're going to go and take a look at another one. Let's go to ISPO again. See what's going on with ISPO. We will go back to IMNN. We will be periodically checking in on it. So this continues to consolidate. Not schmexy. Not schmexy at all. All right, we got a folk in YouTube or Twitter? YouTube that wants us to check out PCSA again. And PCSA sold off really strong. Why do I keep putting PSCA? What am I doing? Why am I doing that? PCSA. That's what we're talking about. It's curling. Oh, okay. So you had your head and shoulders, and now you're pumping, pushing. It's up 68%. Very nice. Our friend from YouTube. Yeah. Okay, so it is curling. Right now, the float, again, 2.5 million. Volume is currently 9 million, so volume has come in. It does have news. Okay, Processa Pharmaceuticals announced an FDA clearance of IND application for a phase 2 clinical trial of NGC cap-in breast cancer, right? So it had that head and shoulders over here. It did its flusheroo below VWAP, but we see that the 9 EMA has been curling and the price action is starting to move, and it seems to be accelerating on the 1 minute. Let's see what it looks like on the 5 minute, Doubles. Okay, on the 5 minutes, it has to reclaim that top wick, and it seems like it has some momentum on it. Let's see what the candle looks like. 1.5 million shares on the 5 minute candle. Volume is slowly moving in. It's not moving with a tremendous amount of speed, but right over here, right around the $3 mark, is going to be a significant resistance area. If it can pierce through it, we could see an extension in price action. Otherwise, we could potentially see a double top and a rejection. I'm not trading the ticker right now because it acted kind of nasty in the morning, Doubles. It had this nasty rejection right here that I do not like. But let's clear up some of these drawings that are now no longer necessary. We'll do that. And of course, that head and shoulders pattern already happened, so we can get rid of that. So my concerns are, does it break through this key level right up here at around $3, $2.97-ish? Does it break through, which it looks like it might, or does it do a double top, or does it do a double top breakout where it breaks out just above it and then flushes down? It doesn't have a lot of volume. It needs volume to break through this resistance 297, and it needs to do it with a lot of authority so that we don't have a double top situation, which would be bearish. If it can break through with authority, then we might see a further squeezing of PCSA. You're starting to look a little bit better now. You were kind of pale, PCSA. You were kind of pale. You know, you looked a little sick after your run up and your head and shoulders flushed down. So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on you, but the volume just is not really heavily there yet. So hopefully doubles. We'll see some more volume for PCSA. Yeah. We got another ticker here. We got another one. James wants us to check out, what is it?
ATPC.
ATPC. Let's go check it out. ATPC. What's going on? It's pumping. It's an 11-cent stock, so it's one of those cheaperoonies. Let's go ahead and create a level right around the 12-cent mark, roughly, just below 12 cents. It's pumping. What's the story on it? Let's see. Agape ATP, Any news? 9 o'clock. Corporation strengthens wellness division via innovative incubation with emerging local SME. Not really sure what that means, but it is up 35%. Float, 56 million. This is a cheapo stock, so the float being at 56 million is not that horrible. But the volume's only under 5 million, but it is moving, so let's keep an eye on it. Let's see what it does. 40% as it extends, 12.5 cents. This is going to be a risky stock, but it is up now 42%. So it is extending. Thank you very much for pointing that tickaroo out. That tickaroo. It is forming a top tail on the 1 minute. Let's see what it looks like on the 5 minute. And of course, the price action is going to be quite volatile. It looks like a dead cat bounce. That's what it looks like, a dead cat bounce on the 5 minute chart. Let's go and zoom in. And on the 5 minute chart, you also have a top tail. So that top tail would need to get reclaimed. This is going to be a particularly risky play, but it did have a nice move at 42%. So I hope that when you gave it to us on the YouTube channel, you made some Benjis on it, baby. Yeah, it's all about the Benjamins, baby. Time for some espresso ice because I'm getting parched, my man. I'm getting a little parched. Yeah. All right, let's see. Do we have any other tickers that people want us to check out, that the Indelible Pride wants us to check out? If you want us to check it out, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, folks. All right. Okay, all right. Let's go back to IMNN, see what's going on with that tickaroo, because ATPC has this top tail right now. So, yes, you ran 42%. But until you get yourself together, what have you done for me lately? IMNN. And again, we're looking at it. We're hoping that there could be a potential descending wedge, but it needs to really stay above 370 to be valid. We do have that head and shoulders pattern as the overall prevailing pattern. And we could even say that this shoulder is extending here because the price action is not breaking through this level where this shoulder is at. So we need to see the price action really start to move up. It needs to break the $4 mark. Otherwise, we got problems. And of course, we're getting closer to when they're probably going to come out with the news. So maybe we see a sale on the news, right? As we oftentimes see, we see a price surge on the rumor and then a sale on the news. Not financial advice, folks, not at all. We're not financial or stock advisors. We're just having a show. Oh, you could do better than that. We're just having a show. Hey! I got to tune them in the morning. I got to tune them. They're not really like, you know, it's supposed to be like, da-da-da-da-da-da, hey! Like that, guys, like that. I'm just saying, all right? But, you know. It's neither here nor there. All right, let's get back into checking out the stonks. Let's see what else is going on. So we went through all of those. Let's go through some heavier floated stocks that have been loitering. I don't usually like heavier floated stocks, but there's nothing moving right now. So let's go ahead and check. So PHAR does not look particularly schmexy at all. It's up 22%. It doesn't have any news. The float is 65 million, very high float, and the volume is only 19,000. So as I'd like to say, no. Okay, another ticker which has a heavy float and not my cup of tea, but it is up 22% is H-Lite. H-Lit. And as you can see, this particular ticker is also sparsely traded, and it is a heavy floated stock and barely moving. Only 41,000 shares with 113 million float. That's not schmexy. Not schmexy at all. It had some news yesterday. Tello Centro chooses Harmonic to evolve its broadband network. That was yesterday's news. And I don't know. What have you done for me lately? There is some new news popping up. Let's see what's going on. VVPR was a ticker that was moving earlier, and news just popped up. Let's see what the news is with VVPR. VVPR is what? What's going on here? First of all, the float is only 1.3 million. Volume is currently 74,000. Very low. Very low. Okay. Vivo Powers Tembo extends heads of agreement exclusivity for U.S. What is that? U.S.
838 million.
838 million merger with CCTS. So that's the news. It's currently red. Not really sure what that news is, but we'll put you on a side chart, VVPR.
Yeah.
Put you on a side chart. Side chart, FLA, baby. VVPR, little side chart action. You can see that there's not a heck of a lot of volume on this ticker. It just had some news, but it hasn't generated any volume. So right now, volume with news with no volume. Meh. Let's go back to PCSA, see what's going on with that. PCSA. And it formed a double top. No. Doubles. That is quite bearish. We don't like bearish patterns. Double tops on the 5 minute, folks.
5 minutes.
Not schmexay. Look at the 1 minute, and you can clearly see that it has a double top. So we are concerned that there will be a flusheroo on this because it double topped. It would need to hold support at 260, break resistance at 270, and really move upward because this is a prevailing double top on the 1 minute. And then if I go to the 5 minute, folks, there is confluence for a double top, which is a bearish pattern. We don't like bearish patterns. Double.
Like the bull pattern.
We like bull.
Pattern.
It's all about the bull.
Yes.
It's all about the bull.
Yes.
And the bottom tail.
Bottom tail.
That bottom tail is schmexy, isn't it?
Yes.
And if it's a double bottom, hey now.
Hey now.
But a double top, not schmexy.
Not schmexy.
Needs to break these levels. Okay, price action's moving up, but I don't trust you because you have a double top on the 5 minute and you have a double top on the 1 minute. So unless you start breaking the $3 and $3.05 level and really start to take off, you're not schmexy. If you do have volume come in and do that, we could have a squeezy, nice and easy. But right now, you're moving too slow to be attractive.
Yes.
Get the volume in. I'll keep an eye on you. I'll give you a chance, okay? But this morning you did this. You see that? You did this. So I don't trust you unless you really start getting some serious volume. Okay, all right, 80%, but you're not moving fast enough. I need you to accelerate. We need to do a squeezy.
Nice and easy.
Nice and easy. We need to squeeze the shorts. You know why? Because they wear those disgusting Banana Republic Speedos.
Oh.
And they block the traffic with their bicycles on A1A.
Oh, they do.
Yeah. They don't realize how foolish they look like in those Speedos. Very, very bad. Very bad. So what we want to see is volume, so we can see a squeezy, nice and easy. Do it for the indelible pride. Do it for the indelible one, the child. He's just a baby. Do it for him. Do it for the bushy-tailed stonk queen. Hey, heck, do it for Coach Meister General. Do it for the whole entire community.
Yes.
Yeah. Come on. Can you do it? Can it hold? Again, it looks like a double top. It looks like it's going to pull down really bad. It looks like it is a bull trap, but I'm going to give you an opportunity to prove yourself. But again, I don't trust you because you did this early in the morning and you went below VWAP. You flusherooed, and that made me not trust you. I have trust issues with you because of what you've done. It's you, not me. In fact, you're upsetting me, so it's time for me to have a little espresso ice. Excusez-moi, peoples.
He's getting steady spaghetti.
I got the energy now.
Yeah.
All right. So, there's not that much volume on PCSA. It formed a bottom tail, but the bottom tail's red, and it's not breaking through this level. So this looks very trappy to me. I'm not liking what it's doing. I'll put you on the 5 minute.
5 minutes.
I'll check you out on the 5 minute.
5 minutes.
I'm going to zoom in, and you can see that there's very little volume on this candle right over here. It's trying to push up. Is it going to get the volume? Is it going to pump? Is it going to pump? Because, I mean, if it starts pumping, it's going to pump fast, right?
Yes.
But if it don't pump, it's going to do a flusheroo, baby. Probably. Right now, it's pushing. Is it going to pump and pump? It's pushing and pushing, but it's not pumping and pumping. I need you to pump, baby. I need you to pump. We got 81, 82% up. We're getting a little bit of acceleration. You're getting a little interesting now. Can we have a squeezy? Nice and easy. Let's see what's going on the 1 minute, folks.
1 minute.
Looking at the 1 minute, a lot of top tails. This could have been a bull trap. Again, prevailing, double top, very trappy, very difficult position right over here. And it comes down below that resistance area once again. So it was, in fact, a bull trap. So maybe later on in the day it'll do something. Who knows? You never know with these tickaroos, but they need volume, doubles. They need vitamin V.
Vitamin V.
And if you want a little bit of D on the side, no problem. You could always get some demand. You know what I mean? Because volume and demand is pretty much the same thing almost, kind of, sort of, right? Except some of the volume could also be short volume. So, really you need some D. You need some D, PCSA. You need some D. All right. We're going to come back to you later. New ticker in the block. BRFH. BRFH. New ticker on the block. It moved up a little bit. Let's see what's going on with that ticker, BRFH. Any news on it? Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Wait. PCSA moving. Let's go back. See, as soon as I moved away, No. Nothing. Back to BRFH. Let's see what the news is on BRFH. Right over there. It's up 23% currently. $4.20 for the memes. 420. 420 float 5 million. Volume's only 5,000. Not particularly schmexy. Not schmexy at all. Okay, folks. So we're going to go and check out IMNN in our Discord. Folks, this is the end of the social media show. We go more in-depth and more serious, but it's still fun. But it's more serious in our private Discord. We invite you all to join us there. There's a link in the description and in the pinned comments to do a 5-day trial for $1. So you come and check out what we do with the live stream, and of course get access to all of our parabolic calls, because we call a lot of bangers, a lot of times. The early bird gets the cash. Forget about catching the word. Get some cashola, all right? So the link is in the description. You come check us out over there. And, of course, if you're not subscribed to YouTube, could you subscribe to our YouTube channel and do what this young man says, por favor?
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share.
Because sharing's caring, doubles. And, of course, if you're not following us on X.com, a.k.a. Twitter, it's at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money. And, of course, you can follow us on Twitch at Coach Nick Money.
At Coach Nick Money.
Yeah. So this is Coach Nick Money.
DBL
Nicks. And, of course, the one and only, the bushy-tailed prancing stonky queen herself, the one, the only, DBL Moms.
Hey!
And we're going to wrap it up. Make a lot of money, because I am Coach Nick Money.